Harbor Freight 10 foot by 17 foot portable garage review.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
Hey, what's up, Internet? So I bought Harbor Freight's 10 by 17 portable garage, and I want to share with you my experience. If you have any specific questions about it, please leave them in the comments below. Purchase and transportation. So I bought this thing on sale with a coupon for $179. You should usually be able to buy it for $200, and the website says it's compared at $311. I've never seen it not on sale. So yeah, I don't know. I guess you can buy it for $311. Sure. First thing to note is that the box is really heavy, and you can't really huff it around on your own unless you're asking for a visit to the doctors. Maybe a hernia or something. Wait, a hernia? Hemorrhoids. Yeah. It fit in our minivan between the seats, sort of. If you got a truck, yeah, use the truck. Don't try to strap this thing to the top of your car. It's gonna leave a mark. If you purchase one of these and you plan on putting it on solid concrete or asphalt, you will want to get some sort of lag bolts. I ended up using galvanized 3/8 inch thick, 3 inch long bolts coupled with a concrete bit. And then also initially I used some other lag bolts. You'll see in the video as it moves on. And I suggest getting self-tapping screws to reinforce the frame as well. And there'll be more on that later. Okay, construction. Putting the portable garage together took me longer than my ego wants to admit. Keep in mind that if you are used to building things or using tools and stuff, this will take you a while. It'll take you a while. It took me about 2.5 to 3 hours. Oh man, I thought it would take me like an hour. Nuh-uh. Nope. Here you can see me putting it together, wearing my salmon red outfit. Style knows no bounds when putting together a portable garage from Harbor Freight 10 by 17. Yes. Opening up the box was straightforward. This portable garage comes with a bunch of parts, elbows, tubes, some feet, this aircraft cable length piece of cable, pinch deals to pinch the cable, to dirt screws to screw into the dirt, a green rope, there's actually 2 of those to assist pulling the tarp over the frame once it's built, and these clasp things for the bottom tubes that supports hold down the tarp. You'll see all the parts. You'll eventually see them all. Let's put this thing together. Okay, so first I laid out and counted all the parts for the most part. Then I started by putting the tubes and the elbows together, as you can see here. One thing to note is that not all of the tubes and elbows fit perfectly. Some are loose and some are tight. Some are a pain to put together, and the others are like you want to crimp them down. Go figure. It's cheap, right? For most of the work, you can do it yourself, but you'll probably need a hand. Yeah, you'll definitely could use a hand. After the frame's together, the manual helps guide you on measuring the feet, like making sure it's square, but I'm sure you can build this thing out of shape and it'll go together just fine. I wasn't too strict on the foot placement. Occasionally the tubes would come out of the elbows here and there, and I ended up, I don't know, it was okay. I put them back together, but I could imagine this could end up bad and be a safety hazard at some point. So if you choose to put one of these portable garages together, be safe. Safety first. And last, and maybe third and second place. Sure. After I got the frame together, I used some lag bolts that I had in my shed. These are not the ones I ended up anchoring the thing down with entirely, but they were just the first ones. I've had the garage up for over a month so far. It's been through some insane wind, and these lag bolts, along with the other ones, they haven't loosened up or come up or anything. You can also see how the dirt anchors that the thing comes with that screw into the ground work out. They're deep enough to catch and be worthwhile, so I give these things a thumbs up. After that, the cables and crimps went together smoothly-ish. Once the corners were anchored down, I put up the tarp ends, first the rear, and this was a pain in the booty to do by myself, so help is helpful. The tie-down straps are already in the tarp. I had to undo them to get the tarp to attach the way it's supposed to the frame, though. So this required a small piece of metal that I luckily had lying around to feed the straps back through the tarp. Man. You can also undo the elbows temporarily, then put them back together to accomplish this, sort of. After you get one side on, you can see the magic that is the tie-down straps. I like them. So far, they haven't really loosened. Occasionally, over the past several weeks, I've checked the tension, and I like that I could just tighten them if they're loose. You know, just quick. Yeah. Also, you can see that the tie-down ratchet hooks into the pre-punched holes. That's convenient. After putting on the door side, I couldn't help but test out the door. It's held by zippers, double-sided zippers, if that makes sense. So if you want to go inside the garage and zip the door shut, you can without having to reach outside. Like it's like you're in the back of a cop car or something. Yeah, so like you just zip, yeah. I wonder if they do like an automatic garage door opener for these things. Finally, the large tarp goes on, and it's a real pain if you want to do it yourself, but very easy with 2 people. Throw over the 2 ropes after attaching them to the tarp and just pull and you're set to moving on to attaching the bottom support poles. They have to be fed through the tarp portions, as you can see here. This takes some time, but it's awesome. I really like this thing. I want to buy more, but the bank called and they're like, yo bro, you got nothing. What do you need more for anyway? You need to hoard more crap you don't need and keep it out of the elements? Huh? You want to cover up your junkyard to be? You want to swing it in the big leagues and be like, hey man, what? You're just going to leave that thing out in the open? You're just going to leave that thing just sitting there and get sun-kissed and snow stomped and rain pounded and wind wrenched? Huh? What's wind wrench? I don't know. Leave your stuff outside and see. What? What do you find? You'll find out. Ha! After the tubes are in, you'll need to attach the support brackets for the bottom tubes, the what I'm talking about. So once again, they're a bit of a pain, but you got to do the work to earn the tarp garage of wonder that will shelter your thing of excellent tarpedness. Gosh, this video's taking. It's dragging on. Woo! Whoop! Another piece came out and done. You got to get back in there, tube. Okay, then some ratchet, then some tube, then some bracket, then some tube, then some ratchet, then some bracket, then some screws, then some tubes, then some brackets, and that's how it goes. Just takes time. Oh, that's an awesome angle. Yo, man, Hollywood called and they asked for the director of photography back. Said you're hogging all the good shots. Ooh, more lag bolts. I did not pre-drill these lag bolts, you know, the ones for the initial install, as you can see here. Later on with the larger bolts I did, but I did not film that as I lost my Hollywood DP. Oh snap! It's really cheesy. This thing looks good. You know what makes me feel better about it? The fact that the marketing from Harbor Freight makes me feel like I won. Winning at $179, this thing seems to be a good deal. But they lather it up with putting it on sale for $200, saying, hot deal, $200, get it now. Oh, coupon of power, bring down that price and uplift my ego of acquisition. Because totally, this thing sells for $300+ normally, totally. I tell people that, like, as they're randomly watching around me. Yeah, that's right, I say. All boastful in my self-presence of awesome. All the while, Harbor Freight's making a killing. Whopping amount of profit. How much did they buy this thing for? I don't know, but I'm gonna buy it, okay? Okay, so I have more shots after it's built. It's windy. Look at that. Be advised. If you do not anchor this thing down, it will sail away. It'll kiss the ground goodbye and say, we'll sail without him. Like Christopher Walken in that movie with the guy and there's a sailboat. You know that movie? Yeah. Here you can see the head of one of the larger bolts that I bought, that I lagged it into the ground with. And I drilled my own hole through that part of the tubing. The other legs you don't have to, just the corner pieces if you want to do exactly what I did right there. Yeah, and then put it in the ground. Additional support, you know? Yeah, the bolt was about 1 inch longer than the others as well to make up for the tubing diameter. Inside, you can see the self-tapping screws that I installed. I installed them on every part where the tube went into another tube or elbow. Also, I reinforced the lower brackets with the self-tapping screws as well. I highly recommend following this self-tapping screw enforcement method for some reinforced awesomeness. Okay, so there's many additions and upgrades you can do to this thing. I suggest watching this video. This lady has one of these and she reinforces the crap out of it. Neato stuff. Hannah's book. High quality production filmed in front of a live studio audience. Other people online have some okay videos about the additions they have, like they do floors like out of wood and stuff, but I'll link some of them in the description. But hers by far is the coolest video I found on it. So there it is. Look at that in its wonder. What are you waiting for? It's calling.